Hello, I am Dr. Randy Wirtz, a neurologically focused pediatric and family chiropractor, here to debunk some myths for you today. Hey, I got to tell you, anytime you're in conjunction with somebody or with men, as particularly, they like to talk about what do you do for a living, and I eventually tell them, hey, I see kids. I'm a pediatric chiropractor, and eventually the parents come in too, and they're like, kids? Wow, never heard of it. I didn't think you could see kids. Are you worried about them being too rough? Don't they just grow out of that stuff when they're adults? Or, I didn't know they have bad backs as well. And the point is, it's like there's a lot of things that people just don't understand about chiropractic and how it helps so many kids because they generally don't have bad backs. What they have is bad nervous systems that aren't working correctly. And for whatever reason, whether it be a physical trauma or a chemical stress or an emotional stress when they're in the womb or physical, like they talked about childbirth, those carry with them. So care is not just like, hey, we're going to adjust and put things back into place. It's a matter of how do we get that nervous system to work the best possible way we can. And so care is catered to the size of the child. So for instance, a baby, very light pressure to adjust a baby. And then as the child matures and grows older, we adapt the care to the comfort level of the child and obviously the parent as well and walk them through things. But a lot of times people think, hey, isn't it for adults? Because the things that we see kids for in is like colic or meltdowns, sleeping problems, anxiety disorders, ADHD, just to name a few things, or stomach disorders or immune system problems. It's not typical of what people think of as chiropractic you would go to a chiropractor for. But those things will start to linger on later on. So we help that nervous system function so the body can function so much better. And I gotta tell you the number 2 myth, like, aren't you worried about being rough? Do you just pop their necks? Absolutely not. Care is, like I mentioned, is catered to the size of the child, their willingness to participate as well. So we have some clever ways to distract them a little bit, just so we can do a little adjustment. Sometimes it's just a rattle or they get to hold something too. But a lot of times for babies, it's just nice, light pressure, just about that much pressure. Very easy to take care of kids, and they get great results with that as well. Now, other things is, hey, aren't kids, don't they just grow out of that? I heard of colic, they'll grow out of that. Well, it turns out that those types of things grow into something else as well. So colic is just not, hey, constant crying all the time. We have to understand why that child is crying. Sometimes it's the digestive system. Sometimes it's just irritability. Their nerves are just so stressed out. Most likely from birth as well. So getting that nervous system calmed down will help them keep calm down. And you ask any parent that they don't want a crying baby, they don't want to have a baby crying, saying they'll just grow out of it for the next 4 months. They know, and parents know inherently something is wrong. Or growing pains. Growing pains turns into sciatica as adults. Colic will turn into meltdowns, later anxiety, because there's a vagus nerve involved, and vagus nerve calms that nervous system down and allows people to socialize much better. So it's not that they will grow out of it, it just starts to grow into something else that later is a malingering factor in their life that they have to deal with. And it's so much easier to take care of kids than it is adults when they get older, and the condition is actually more permanent that way as well. Hey, I hope we clear some myths up. If you're on the fence as far as, hey, do I bring my child to a chiropractor? And I hope this video kind of opened up your eyes and maybe piqued your interest as well. And I'd be happy to talk to you, maybe about your specific kid, or if you know some other children, please send this video to them, to their parents, so we can talk to them directly, because it is a natural drugless solution to some problems that are going on with our children today more and more. And I don't want them to have to deal with it the rest of their life, knowing that they could have done something when they were little as well. Hey, I am Dr. Randy Wirtz in Thrive Chiropractor. Have a fabulous day. Bye for now.